Hello and welcome to Hammer's Home Video. Today I have the second episode of VHS Revisited. And this is a VHS I picked up at my local Goodwill. Um, Actually, before we get into that, if you guys are enjoying the VHS reviews, I am going to try to keep them briefer than the last one from here on out. But if you are enjoying the brief VHS reviews and discussion just for the nostalgia of it or for whatever reason, please give me a thumbs up down below and share if you don't mind. Do all the things. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Please hit the bell so you get the notifications. Okay, anyway, let's get into it. This is one I found at my local Goodwill, and the box was in good shape, looked nice, featured a prominent actor, a popular actor, so I picked it up. It's weird, you guys. I have never seen a movie with this man in it, which is very strange, but it's true nonetheless. It is Greased Lightning with Richard Pryor. To be honest, I did not realize that this was a movie about a NASCAR driver, a real life NASCAR driver who happened to be black, and his name was Wendell Scott. And he actually won a race. And so this is about the first black NASCAR driver to ever win a race. I honestly did not know that that had ever happened. So it's pretty wild to find out that it happened all the way back in, I believe, 1970 is when it happened. I could be wrong. Could even be late 60s or somewhere between 67-ish and 74, I believe, is the time period. I think it's 1970, though. So before we get any further into the movie, though, I did the trailers. I talked about the trailers that were on the last VHS. This is one that had no trailers. So no trailers on this one, but jumped right into the movie. And since I did not know this was about a NASCAR driver, it was kind of wild that when I started watching it and realized it was going to be about that, how much it resonated with me, given the whole situation with Bubba Wallace and the noose in the garage that wasn't exactly a noose, but it was definitely a rope tied like a noose that happened to be in the garage of a black man, the only black man in NASCAR. And so certainly it was not wrong of him to be bothered by it. And so it was just an interesting experience, because it is timely, this movie. And there is also a lot of talk of the Confederate. Actually, let me rephrase that. There's not a lot of talk of the Confederate flag in here. There is a lot of imagery of the Confederate flag in here. It's almost just taken as a granted, and we're not going to be able to do anything about it type of thing in this movie. But there is an interesting scene where Beau Bridges actually kind of fights off someone with the Confederate flag, and I thought that was kind of cool. Fights off the racist rednecks with the Confederate flag. So that was a cool little piece of imagery. This is a fun movie, you guys. I hesitate to call it a comedy, though, because it is based on a real person, and it is pretty dramatic at times. So the movie kind of shifts in different time periods of Wendell Scott's life. It kind of starts off as being he becomes a moonshiner, and he's like the driver. So it's almost like a Dukes of Hazzard type thing. Interestingly enough, where he's trying to outfox the police. in his car, getaways, and there's some wrecking and different stuff like that. That was a lot of fun, and then it starts shifting to the racing, and that's also a lot of fun. And there is discussion of the race relations and stuff, and this is just a really good movie in my opinion. I enjoyed this quite a bit. I guess I should note that Wendell Scott did not necessarily make it about race, so I just think that's worth noting, that he kind of just tried to stay away from that. But it is important to note that he was the first black man to win a NASCAR race. It's not. Well, let me rephrase that. The way he won is in the movie, but it actually shows him winning twice in the movie. In real life, he only won the once, and it's actually closer to the depiction of the first win in this, where he won the race, but they actually awarded the race to another individual, and he had to kind of he had to appeal it, and then a couple hours later, after all the news crews and everyone had left, they said, yeah, you're right, you won the race. Now, there was some extenuating circumstances in the real life version where lots of people crashed out. There was lots of lapping going on. The conditions on the track were awful. So it creates a situation where, was it a race thing that he wasn't awarded the win, or was it just the conditions of the track? I mean, look, I feel like it would be naive to discount the fact that it could have been a race thing. I mean, it certainly could have been, right? I mean, and maybe I lean that way, I think. But there's definitely some debate, so I just wanted to note that. So it's a little weird that the movie decides to make it different and make it like that he totally won outright and there was no confusion. But I think the reason for that is because that's a moment where we can really celebrate the victory of Wendell Scott, and so I think it's nice that they did do that on the movie. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, especially like I said, with all this going on with Bubba Wallace and NASCAR today. I think it's a good watch, and I definitely would pick this up if I ever find it on any other format. Definitely enjoyed this one a great deal. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this little review. If you did, please leave a comment or like, and let me know. Maybe give me some other Richard Pryor movies I should check out. Of course, I know a few, but what's your favorite? Let me know. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.